Hello friends, today we will discuss about Durkheim's theory of religion, and later on we will also see what are the contemporary relevance of Durkheim's theory. Because many a times Durkheim's theory of religion won't be asked directly, but this theory will be utilized at many places in your answer, specifically in any dynamic question asked in paper 2 or even paper 1. So let's first of all understand what his theory is all about. Understanding theories uh, completely helps you a lot in to inculcate them in your answers. If you are just reading a number of sources and are not understanding things, then while you will be writing, you will not remember any relevant theory. And that's the fact. So learn to respect the time which you have for the preparation. Do not hover around many sources. Try to understand things and listen to my lectures. I will try to break it down as much as possible. So what is his theory all about? Durkheim, in his one of the most promising work, which was named as the Elementary Form of Religious Life, 1912. While you will be writing an introduction about Durkheim's theory of religion, you can mention this, the Elementary Forms of Religious Life, 1912, is considered one of his most profound work and one of the most profound work in the sphere of religion because it provides a comprehensive analysis. Durkheim believed that religion is a unified system of beliefs and practices related to sacred things, things which are set apart, things which are seen as supernatural, things which are revered. These beliefs and practices unite all those who adhere to it into a single moral community. What does it mean? It means take example of any religion, be it Hinduism. There are certain things which are considered sacred, like fasting, like worshipping, like doing some rituals. These are things which are seen as supernatural. Even totemism is seen as supernatural. In the villages of India, there are so many village gods. They represent the ancestors most of the time and are also considered as totem, a sign of the village or clan. And they unite all the village community together because of believing in that sacred object. Okay. So this is the example or the real meaning of what he understood religion in his theory. One thing you need to understand is that Durkheim was a functionalist. So he wanted to prove all the aspects of religion as functional and contributing in unity of the society. He was not at all interested in conflicts. This will be one of the biggest criticism of him. And how he arrived at his theory, he studied the Arunta tribe in Australia and Aboriginal tribes. And through that, he developed this theory. He also criticized existing theories which were present at that time, like animism and naturism. So Durkheim dismissed Taylor's notion of animism, which proposes spirit worship as the most fundamental form of religious expression. He also rejected Max Muller's concept of naturism, which suggests the worship of natural forces out of awe, out of fear. You know, human did not knew the reasons behind all the events like earthquake or cyclones or weather changes, and it made them fearful. Then out of awe, out of fear, they started worshipping, and out of that there was a formation of religion. This was said by Max Muller. Durkheim is rejecting this also. Durkheim finds both this explanation inadequate as they fail to count for the crucial distinction between the sacred and the profane. What is sacred and what is profane? Profane is things which are forbidden or daily or mundane activities of our part of life that permeates religious phenomena universally, and he believed that the sacred and profane phenomena is universal. He argued that reducing religion to an illusion undermines its significance and dismisses its profound impact on human experience. And there was a question which has asked about the distinction between animism and totemism. Totemism was a theory in which Durkheim has explained a lot of things. You will be putting those things, the Durkheim's view. In animism, you will be giving the Taylor's view. And this was the question which was asked by UPSC. Now, why did Durkheim study primitive society? He could have studied any society, an urban society as well. The biggest reason was that it allowed for analysis of essential features. These societies are different enough from our own experience that we are able to see important features. They are available in all its nudity. You can understand things at a basic level. And thus, he wanted to understand the basic elements, the elementary foundation of religion, which could be observed in societies which are primitive in nature. And that is why he studied Arunta tribe. His concept of sacred and profane is central to his theory of religion. He said all societies and religions categorize things as either sacred, which is holy, or profane, which is everyday or mundane. The sacred is all things set apart as special, have high symbolic value. Society demands reverence awe towards them. The profane is ordinary or mundane things with no special symbolic significance. Then he had talked about totemism. So, what is totemism? Totemism is a religious practice centered around the worship of either it can be a particular animal, it can be an object, it can be a symbol believed to possess supernatural powers, or be the embodiment or the essence of a particular group or clan's ancestor. As I have told you, it can be also related to ancestor of a clan. Totemism has a strong community aspect, with the totem often serving as a symbol of particular group or clan. You would have seen, particularly in the tribal society, there is a symbol, there is a particular animal or the nature symbol they are worshipping, and it's a part of their identity, to be precise. The example is the Native American tribes of the Pacific Northwest, such as the Haida or the Tingit. They practice still totemism, and they carve totem poles which feature animals and supernatural beings, and which serves as emblem of clans or families, and tell the stories of their ancestral spirits. In totemism, the totem is often believed to be an ancestor or to possess the spirit of an ancestor. It can be either an ancestor or it can embody the spirit of an ancestor. Many a times, the snakes are worshipped. They are seen as something possessing the spirit of an ancestor instead of ancestors themselves. Okay. Now, what are the social function of religion? As he was functionalist, so he gave theories which were satisfying the unity and integrity of the society. Durkheim asserted that fundamental role of religion is the establishment, reinforcement, and preservation of social cohesion. It functions as a mechanism of social control on people and solidarity. How social control? You take any religion, there are things which are forbidden in terms of marriage, whom you can marry, whom you cannot marry. This is also controlled by religion. Whom you can worship, what you can eat, what you cannot eat, what clothes you will wear. So it exercises social control. It also exercises social solidarity. People coming together for a particular function or particular religious ritual, whether it is Kumbh Mela or whether it is a Muharram or whether it is Christmas. People come together and it acts as a force of social solidarity. According to him, religious phenomena arise in any society when a distinction is made between the profane and sacred. Okay? And religion is not merely a product of social construction, but rather society itself defied. He contended that the deities worshipped collectively are nothing more than projection of society's power. So those deities are the projection of the power society holds. Okay, and he also said that this is one of the central institution that provides meaning to the lives or to the human existence. Now, there are many criticism. First of all, he's a functionalist. So he's primarily highlighting social solidarity, social integrity. He's underestimating or undermining its potential to create social conflict and division. You can see these aspects. A daily newspaper. The religion can also be a source of tension, discrimination, and even violence as different group asserts their beliefs in opposition to others. Often the beliefs are polarized. Often the things are seen as that my religion is true, yours is false. And then comes the conflict. The Durkheim's theory does not sufficiently address how religion can contribute to social fragmentation and conflict. This is biggest criticism, and you will have to write it at the top. The second is Durkheim theory is primarily concerned with the collective aspect of religion. It is not at all giving an inch of space to the individual agency. What about individual agency? What about the social reformers? What about the evolving nature of beliefs and practices? What about the falling of religious conscience in Western societies? All of these were not discussed. Swanson has conducted a comparative analysis of religious beliefs in simple societies organized around kinship and the complex societies. His finding revealed that kinship-based societies lacked the notion of single God and did not possess any organization that competed with the kinship structure. Instead, they tended to practice a totemic form of religion that symbolized and fortified the kinship system. The simple meaning is that there is no single god concept in the tribal society or the primitive society. This is a concept which is visible in the heterogeneous societies, in the more complex society, to be precise, like the non-tribal society are societies which are like or amalgamation of so many faiths. Still we want to assert a supremacy of one god. The belief in single god or unifying force is something which is present in the complex societies, not in the primitive society. So consequently, the nature of religious belief corresponded to the nature of the social structure, as said by Durkheim. Okay, so this is a criticism that there is not a single system or there is not a universalism as propounded by Durkheim. There is a differentiation according to the different societies. This also you can quote. You can always quote Marx while you are criticizing any theory of religion. He said that religion is simply an opium of masses, a construction of capitalist, and it is a kind of gain in which people who are not provided equal rights, are harassed, are just shown the picture that this is because of your own karma, and thus they accept all the hardships and all the harassments. This is one of the theories of Marx, and I'm combining the later part with Lenin also. Marx and Lenin combined. Marx said about opium of masses. The second part which I'm saying is that how it is leading to harassment of people was said by Vladimir Lenin. Okay, so you can combine both of these and write that according to Marxist perspective. You can write about this. You can also write feminist perspective, that many a times there are practices which are not unifying or providing cohesion, are divisive in nature. According to feminist perspective, there are patriarchal nature or the patriarchal attributes in religion. You can highlight that. These all can be a criticism. If there is 20-mark question, you will have to write 4 or 5 criticism. So these can be handy. Now, what are the contemporary relevance of Durkheim's theory? Now, you see digital media, you see social media, and you often see that there is a hashtag activism. which is going on. Hashtag as I am that woman, hashtag about cricket, hashtag about all eyes on different things, which is going on. So often display shared beliefs and rituals. It becomes a sacred thing. If the people are not posting about that particular aspect, which is seen, which is in news because of any kind of reasons, that this is seen as profane activity, and the people is seen as some in a down manner. So again, this is something which is becoming a collective belief and collective ritual. Okay, the hashtag activism. This is a prime example of what Durkheim said. Sports is often seen as sacred. Specifically in India, it is cricket. If you see in South American countries, it is football. You see in the countries like China, it is racket sports like badminton, table tennis. They are seen as something sacred. The World Cup trophy or the Olympic medals is the symbolism of that. So cricket nationalism and World Cup events are considered sacred in many societies, reflecting Durkheim's concept of collective effervescence. Okay. Collective effervescence are the moments, are the particular moment in a society when there is collective exaltation. It's a kind of moment of, say, happiness, collective happiness, in simple meaning, to simply understand. So when India won T20 World Cup, it was the moment of collective effervescence. The third thing is the digital rituals. Okay, so now you see that people who do not subscribe to the sacred beliefs of society, they are told like anything, be it any religion. If they're talking about a particular negative aspect of a religion, they are trolled heavily. If they are talking about a particular sacred aspect of nation or a society, they are trolled heavily. So it is something, again, a manifestation of sacred and profane. And even the people who are the sad part is the people who want to cultivate following, who want to cultivate attention, who want to cultivate people. They are also peddling negative, false, and without any fact theories. There was an example of the recent incidents in a devastating incidents in old Rajendra, and there were so many news which had no conclusive evidence, and they were just thrown into the picture just to cultivate the attention, to cultivate the attention of students and people. Okay, in general. So these all things are the negative aspect of the religion as such. You can quote Martin as well. This is a kind of digital religion, hashtag activism, digital rituals. Okay, digital rituals. There are many other digital rituals like while there is Independence Day, you will have to post about the Independence Day. It is again a digital ritual. I'm giving you more example of technology because this is something which is burning, and you will get more marks for it. Other examples of sacred and profane is that entry of women in temples, in certain temples, in mosque in particular, is seen as profane, is something which is forbidden, which is not allowed. So this is again the example of sacred and profane. So many times you can apply his theory of religion, which is relevant at many places, and you can get a very good marks. Two theories of religion is can be applied at many places. One, the theory of Durkheim. The second, the theory of Karl Marx. While you are criticizing aspects of religion, Karl Marx will be always utilized. A very simple thinker, very easy to understand, and almost critical about all the existing features of society. So he can be always utilized for any kind of criticism. Okay, it is always said when you are doing any analysis, just combine two ideologies, right and left, and you get a comprehensive analysis of any aspect. The right will tell you often the positive things about the existing features. The left will often say the negative things or the criticism or the critical analysis of the existing system. When you combine it both, you get a comprehensive analysis. The truth lies in between, neither in the left nor in the right. And that will be realized when you apply a rational mind, you do factual analysis and things. And this will be relevant in the analysis of religion also. While you will be writing a synthesis, you will be writing in between. You will be writing neither the critical thing nor the positive thing. You can just write in between, and that will be a perfect conclusion most of the time. So I hope this lecture was helpful for you. Take care and best wishes.